Good evening, everybody. We are live. Hello, Lisa. Hello again. We are live for one final Conversations with Craig for our summer, and then we're going to take a little break after tonight. So, tonight is party night. I want you to go back to the old school days. Think of like the last day of school when there's cupcakes and they give you those ice cream cups with the wooden spoons that are like tongue depressors. That's what today is. So I brought my ice cream. I brought enough to share with all of you. I just don't know how to share with all of you, but I brought enough for everybody. So I got ice cream and I got milk. That's all I need. So does anybody do milk with ice cream? I've always liked milk with ice cream, and like everyone I talk to is like, "What? Why would you do that?" But it's like, oh, it's my thing. So we're just doing a hangout tonight. We have nothing in particular scheduled. It's just an ask me anything. And so if you got questions about any sort of side hustle, gig app thing, we'll do like a full little channel update here in the end. If it's not like super long, that's perfectly fine. And we'll talk a little bit about the future direction of the channel kind of going into the fall here. And I understand it's not actually fall, like real fall is what, end of September, but fall in my mind is when school starts. So that's what I'm going to go with, or when football starts, or kind of a combination of both, which both will be beginning. Preseason football will be starting here in a couple weeks, and that no, okay. So did I get signed up for Deliver That? I have not. Um, so I got home, the kids were still awake, so went hung out with them, said goodnight, had like 3 salads because I was still hungry, and then got the stream set up, got my ice cream, my milk, sat down. So that's about all I've done. But you know what we can do? It's be kind of interesting to see what works. So first of all, we're going to try uploading again here. I have no idea why this is. I've had this issue a couple of times with just things not uploading for Patreon. So that's not working. Re-uploading that picture. Okay, so let's go here. All right, we're going to try this as we speak. I am going to miss you guys. We'll still do some live ride along stuff for sure, but I want to make sure that this 1 hour show is going to be super impactful. All right, so I got the link. I'm not gonna, let's see. Well, okay. That's interesting how they send it, because they're like, it's like it says your name, your email, who are you referring, what is their phone number, what is their email, where will your referral be driving. So I think I already have your email, and I think I have your name. So I'm going to fill it out because drivers referring drivers. So yeah, there's some things. So I'm gonna, like, that's what I'm looking forward to. So I'll deliver that a little bit later. But I will work on that tonight, and I'm just gonna fill it out. It's gonna come from, it'll be like your name at first, and then your email, and then my contact information. So we'll see how that all plays out. So you may get some sort of email on your end as well, confirmation. So yeah, we're gonna figure out how to make this really impactful. So you know what I'm gonna do? I might as well just start here with what I know. And as people have questions, just come on in, ask questions away, because I want to make it work. So here's the basic thought process. I spent a good chunk of my morning working on my schedule for the fall relative to how things are going to be different with kids going back to school, with us moving from homeschool to private school, and from getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock or whenever we want to getting up at like 5, 6, 6:30, whatever those times are. So we basically have to be out the door. Anyone who's going to school has to be out the door at 7 a.m. And so the kids will be getting going around 6, which means for me to get my stuff done that I need to do, I need to get going around 5 a.m. So part one of the change, I can tell you, for this channel, for this show, the live show, Conversations with Craig, is we're going to shift from 10 p.m. to 9 p.m. And we're going to shift from 5 days a week to 2 days a week. So it's going to be Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So we're going to go Tuesday night and Wednesday night. And so basically the premise of my schedule is Sunday is going to be my family day. I'm only going to deliver on Sundays if it's for a specific challenge for the channel, or if we're going to do deliveries as a family, something like that. So so that's why the Sunday night is going away. And then Mondays and Thursdays, I'm going to be out later delivering on those days. Now, Mondays and Thursdays, I very well, Kaylee, that is so good to hear that everything is solved. I'm so glad because we've been praying for you and getting everything figured out. So that is really, really exciting news. So I raise a scoop of ice cream to you. And have a sip of milk. All right. So that's where Sunday is going to family day. So I'm going to try to protect that. Like I said, other than if there's like an actual challenge for the channel, that like a weekend challenge, or if the schedule is messed up, like if there's a day off in the middle of the week, then I might end up working Sundays and take the day off with family, that sort of thing. But just in general, Sunday's going to be church, serving other people, family day. And so do that. Monday nights, I'm going to be delivering during football season. Minus that part. But most everything is solved, Kaylee. That's good enough. So Monday nights, I'm going to be out delivering Monday nights because in my market, it's good to deliver. If there's football on TV, it's good to be out delivering. So I want to take advantage of that. So Monday nights, I'll probably be doing live ride-alongs. So it'll still be live. It'll just be the vertical, just like I was doing earlier tonight, just driving around, hanging out that way, but not any sort of like particular conversations with Craig, just a live ride-along. Tuesday and Wednesday will be the live shows. The Conversations with Craig, those shows will be there. And I'm not 100% sure the when each one's going to be. One of those shows each week will be focused on increasing your income. Okay. So whether it might be some sort of new delivery opportunity, whether it's about questions about eBay and Amazon, whether it's about other side hustle things, whether it's about, saving, investing, any of those things. So one of those 2 nights every week, and we'll pick one night once we figure it out, is going to be all about increasing your income, right? And then the other show of the week, so let's say Tuesday is the finance one, Wednesday will be the health. We will be focusing on one area of your health each and every week. And so I'm going to fiddle around with combinations, the order of things that I like. Hey, Jaeger, welcome to live stream. After never catching me live, now you catch me live twice in one day. So this is the home studio. We got my, you've never seen. So we have our keywords on this channel, which are serve, learn, grow, adapt, which then leads to freedom. So if you hang out around here a lot, you'll hear those words used a lot. This is the backdrop. My daughter made all those signs behind me. So let's kind of do the best we can with sheet over some boxes on a table. And that's a backdrop. And now I'm a professional YouTuber. Okay, so Tuesday, Wednesday will be our new live shows. This will be starting one of 2 weeks. It depends because we're still working out the schedule. So actually, yeah, it'll either be starting the week of like August 4th, 5th, 6th, or the week of August 11th, 12th, 13th. Okay, so one of those 2 weeks is when this new show schedule will start. So we'll either be taking 2 or 3 weeks off because we're just trying to figure out. My wife has 1 week of teacher in service that she has to do, and we don't know if the kids can go with her that week or if I have to watch the kids that week. So once we know that, that will determine if I have to watch the kids, then I'm going to have to deliver those evenings. If she can take the kids, then we'll probably start that new schedule that week. Okay. So that's coming up. Thursdays will be delivery nights for me, and I'll probably be live streaming those. And then Fridays and Saturdays will be my live delivery days, and I probably won't live stream too much on those days because those are going to be the days that I'm either going to be filming long form stuff, doing challenges, or just out there to make a lot of money as best as we can in that time. 49ers, hey, deliveries went pretty well. I was on Earn by Time for DoorDash, and did 3 hours, and we did $70 in 3 hours. We had a really nice order to end the night. We had a nice $20 order from a restaurant I had never gotten before, and so it was kind of nice. Like, I ended with a $13 tip for the last one. So, Jaeger, from your words and demeanor, I believe you are a God-fearing man. Is that accurate? Yes, that is accurate. I am far from a perfect man, but no, I'm a follower of Jesus, and definitely we have a lot of things about this channel that revolves around that. You know, I believe that all of us are called to something greater than just doing food delivery or selling items on eBay and Amazon or starting a YouTube channel. I believe we all have greater purposes to serve one another. And for me, that purpose comes through my relationship with Jesus. So that's a very good read on your part. So yes. So that's kind of, yeah. So I try to use that to kind of bring a unique spin to the world of gig delivery, to the world of eBay and Amazon too. That we're not just about making money. Yes, we want to help you make money. So the goal of this channel is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of their life to rich in every area of their life. And we use this serve, learn, grow, adapt. And so we want to help move you to, from poor in mental health, physical health, spiritual health, all different ways, as well as financial health. So kind of think of me like a yes, I do sell 49ers. I sell on eBay. So I've sold on Amazon. I'm going to be relaunching my Amazon account. That's going to be one of the video series that we're going to be doing this fall, is like how to start Amazon from scratch, because I've done it before, but I'm restarting my store. The only thing I have in my Amazon account at this exact moment is this game, Samurai Brothers, which my business partner and I created. And so we always have that up for sale on Amazon, but literally there's nothing else in that account. I just checked today, but I'm building my next shipment. So I'm building my next shipment for Amazon, and then I'm going to figure out, and we'll make some sort of video on it to kind of teach people who are interested in selling on Amazon. I have lots of connections in the Amazon world with people who sell well over $1 million in product every year, some who even sold significantly more than that. And hopefully, another goal of this channel is to start doing some interviews and bringing some people on that can teach you about specific other areas. So we want to kind of be a nice resource, because I do like the opportunity of food delivery, but my biggest issue with food delivery is there is a financial cap. It doesn't matter how good you get, you're probably going to be capping off at somewhere between $20 to $30 an hour in most markets in this country. And there just comes a point you can't scale it. You can't turn $30 an hour to $300 an hour in food delivery, but you can on eBay and Amazon and YouTube and other things if you are willing to put the work and the time into those things. So we know a lot of people are kind of at the food delivery level, but we are kind of working to encourage people to move beyond food delivery into other income streams that will give you not just like a little breathing room, but true financial freedom. So we want to work towards that. So there's vibes of Dave Ramsey in here, but not from the same exact perspective, and doing that. So there's that. And good, like, keep asking questions. I'm giving channel update, but you guys are asking questions, which is what all about tonight is anyway. So yeah, how do deliveries go? That's good. Yeah, do I sell on eBay and Amazon? Yeah, answer that one. When's my birthday? I don't know if I'm comfortable giving the full. I'm an April birthday. I'll say that. I'm comfortable enough saying I'm an April birthday. So we'll go with that. I should be putting these questions on the screen. I forget. Say I just get so involved, I forget I have this technology. So, all right. So we'll throw the next question up. Did you grow up in church or go later in life? I grew up in church, actually. So my dad was a pastor. So I grew up in church. Like that's where I started before I even knew what church was. So I have been in church in kind of one form or another pretty much my whole life. But um, I've also had kind of my own spiritual journey, my ups and downs in faith, as anyone, who pursues this faith thing for long will. Like, definitely had seasons in life where I would not say I was super close to God in any way. Like there was faith, but that was about it. There wasn't much action that supported it. And so yeah, I've been involved in a lot of ways, but there's definitely a couple of years that we weren't, the COVID years, we weren't really plugged into a church during that time. It took us a while to find a good church coming out of COVID because I didn't really appreciate how certain churches handled things. And but we're now plugged into an awesome church down here in Southwest Florida. So yeah, so good. I love the questions, and this is what tonight's all about, because the more questions you ask, the less time I have to eat ice cream, which is probably good for me. But let's see the poll. Ice cream, yes or no, is the poll. Oh, we're 50-50. We're 50-50 on ice cream, yes or no, is the poll. So it's 4 votes. If you're vote number 5, you can kind of break the tie. Yes or no on ice cream. I am definitely a yes. So, and then I'll go back here because I didn't really explain on the eBay side. I sell sports cards, mostly baseball, a smattering of football, basketball, soccer, wrestling, a couple other random Pokemon cards I think I have, but primarily baseball. So that's kind of that's the main eBay. So I can show you. We had a couple sales today. I don't think we had any sales while we were live. Usually if I sell anything while I'm delivering, I'll highlight that. But we had a couple of, I got 3 orders. 3 orders to ship today. Well, tomorrow morning I'll ship. They were all baseball. Baseball's been popping this week with the All-Star game. So these are these are my sales for the day. It's mostly low end stuff, for a while I was busting open a lot of packs and stuff, and definitely changed my strategy. Though I did source baseball cards. I actually bought some for resale from our card shop yesterday. We had a birthday in the family, so one of the requests was to go to the sports card shop in town, and they were looking for a bunch of cards. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to go through and look for cards for you, I'm also going to pull out cards for me too. So that's what I did. Kaylee, is there a time in your life where that made you is there a time in your life where that made you without a doubt there is a God? Okay. That made me know, like, was there some point in time that made me know without a doubt there was a God? That's a really good question. I like that question. I'm going to think on it a second. If I can kind of pinpoint. There have been a lot of little small things that I have seen in my life that if through, and I don't even know how to explain them, but just experiences, coincidences. I'm trying to use earthly terms, like human terms here. Just coincidences, but too much to ignore that I've seen, and it's kind of, for me, there is no proof, right? Like if people want proof, proof is like absolute. What's the absolute proof? That's not how faith works. But there are so many evidences I have seen in my life, beyond other evidences. But there's so many evidences I've seen in things where, knowing that one person was praying for something and then seeing how that prayer was answered, and not praying in the sense of a selfish prayer or different things like that, but praying in the sense in the God's will way, and just there have just been so many no doubt about it moments that I've experienced, um, that it's like I can't really pinpoint it as one exact moment in time. Um, but I guess if I wanted to put it all on, I guess if I wanted to summarize in one moment, I think when when my mom was in the hospital and when she was dying, um, there was a point in time that I fasted for her, and I just hit a moment of peace where I knew and I understood in that moment that that her time was done. Yes, ice cream and milk meow. Not to interrupt this, but I knew her time was done and I was at peace with it. And I was at peace with it because I knew she was going to be free from the suffering she was undergoing. And I remember at her funeral, I remember speaking and sharing, and I remember laughing and crying at the same time because it was both this, I had this joy for her that I could not explain. It was just like I just had a joy for her that I could not explain in the midst of the sadness that I had for me that was overwhelming. And so I guess I often look back to that moment like I don't know how to explain that to anybody, but it was like joy, overwhelming sadness, and overwhelming joy in the same exact moment. And I just remember that. And I often still go back to that memory and that moment. I mean, that was over a decade ago, and I still go back to that moment. Ice cream and milk, yes. So um, we'll keep doing that. So this is it's kind of melting now. So this is going to be my drink as well for tonight. And I know people think I'm crazy, but chocolate ice cream with just plain milk, whole milk, the good, rich, thick stuff. We don't do it often. We usually only have like milk and ice cream in the house most of the time if it's a birthday, and that's what it is. Dogs or cats? Now I have to answer this very carefully because I just answered Meow's question. All right, so we don't have any pets. Um, we have had fish. We raised some tadpoles into frogs for the summer, but they were all outside, which was really kind of cool. Kids really enjoyed that. And the last tadpole, they actually got to, they just happened to be checking on him on the day that he, as a frog, decided to hop away. And I thought that was really, really cool because they got to see the whole transformation. They fed the tadpole every day, like lettuce and cucumber peels and stuff like that. So, um, so yeah, so they did that, and then like that morning, because they checked on him every morning, but that morning he had perched himself up on the edge, and he was just kind of getting used to it, and then they actually got to watch him hop away and hop off into the grass and do whatever it was he was going to do, and that was really fun. But if I had to choose one, I would pick a dog. But I'm not really a furry animal person too much, so um, I grew up. My mom was allergic to without a non-reptilish pet. Yeah. So I mean, they're gone. The frogs are gone. The tadpoles, I think they raised about 3 or 4 of them from tadpole to frog. We don't even know because some of them just left, right? Like we just set it up, and it's probably some of them left during the night, and because they were set up outside because we weren't trying to keep them. We're just trying to. We kind of protected them from some of the birds and stuff, and I think pretty much all that we raised made it to froghood or whatever. But if I had to pick, I'd probably pick dogs. But no offense, meow. All right, let's see. Favorite sport. So I know the American popular is to say football, and I do like football. And I think football is a sport that I could watch. I can watch football even if I don't care about the teams that are in it. So that means something, I'm sure. But at heart, I am a baseball baseball. Just I grew up loving baseball. I grew up on baseball. I just baseball is just to me it's just the best and purest sense of what a sport should be. I like the fact that despite recent changes, baseball is the game that doesn't have the clock. I like that baseball is the game that technically, even though it might be impossible, you're never out of it. Like you could be down to 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth and down by 10 runs, and there's still a glimmer of a hope and of a chance. So I like that. And we were talking about it tonight, like because so I'm a Mets fan for baseball. I'm a Mets fan for professional football, Miami Dolphins, and college football, Miami Hurricanes. So I was born in Florida, but then raised in New Jersey in the 80s. So that's how I got my team allegiances. Okay, and we were talking tonight before the kids went to bed. Like if I could get season tickets to the Dolphins or to the Mets, assuming transportation wasn't an issue, like which one would I take? And I was like, if I was in my current life situation, I would probably take the Dolphins. Take whatever 8 or 9 home games for the Dolphins. But if I didn't have to worry about finances and if I had the opportunity to go to 81 Mets games every single year, I would be as happy as a clam. So that's where my heart is with baseball, though. The Mets and Dolphins both continue to disappoint me. I don't know how I feel about a person with a non-reptile-ish pet. All right, good question, Kat. So I'm not here to give definitive answers. I will simply give to you what my beliefs are. And I don't want to dig in super deep here. But if you want to dig in with like deeper questions on this, let me know, and I can show you Bible verses and stuff that kind of give the basis. But here's the overview of what I believe based on my faith and my knowledge of what the Bible says as to what happens after this life. I believe that each person has one life to live, and that at the end of your life, the standard to enter into heaven is perfection. How's it going, Kevin? Thanks for joining us, hanging out with us here tonight. We're just doing Ask Me Anything. It's kind of like gig delivery and side hustles, but it really could be anything because we're talking pets and sports and eternity. So I mean, anything and everything, I guess, goes here. Just hanging out, eating ice cream, drinking milk, and just hanging out, talking. So my understanding is that each person has a life to live. At the end of their life, they will face judgment. That the standard to get into heaven is perfection. That no person is perfect, therefore no person can enter heaven on their own merits. I believe that Jesus came as God in human form, became the only human to ever live a perfect life, and died on the cross as a sacrifice in place of us, basically taking the punishment that we deserve on himself. And that if one puts their faith in Jesus, they can exchange their life for his life. They can exchange their unrighteousness for his righteousness. And then when they enter heaven or attempt to enter heaven, they're no longer entering on their own merits. They are merely entering on the merits of Jesus. And he was the sacrificial lamb, and he becomes the replacement for them. So that's my faith. That is my understanding of what the Bible says, kind of in a nutshell. And that's not digging into a ton of Bible verses here because that's not really the point of the stream, but just that's my base synopsis and understanding of what the Bible teaches. And so hopefully that kind of answers. If you want to dig in a little bit more, you can just ask a little bit more. So yeah. And again, I'm not telling you that that's what you have to believe. I mean, beliefs are decisions that you have to make. But based on my my knowledge, my faith, my research, my understanding of Scripture. Um, that's the conclusion that I have come to at this point in my life. That's where I'm at. All right, let's see. I only watched baseball when my son was playing. Yeah, that's kind of like my wife. She'll tolerate baseball when it's like All-Star game, home run derby. If it's a Mets game, we're sitting out as a family, but I don't think she ever sits and chooses to do that. You have the Syracuse Mets. Yeah, that's we've had a lot of people, a lot of Mets players have come through Syracuse. So good. Happy Thursday, Kevin. I think we already said that. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Kat. So I hope that's a simplified explanation. Um, there's obviously a lot more theology and stuff behind that, and if you're looking for some Bible verses, I can certainly show that to you. But that's the basics. So, yeah. So just for those of you that are coming in now, this is our final conversations with Craig for the next couple weeks. Take a couple weeks off. We're gonna reboot. We're gonna come back. Yeah. So some of that's probably, or most of that's probably pretty familiar to you, but that's hopefully that at least sounded clear. Whether or not you all agree with it, that's obviously your choice, but that's kind of where things are at. We're going to take a 2 to 3 week break from this show, not necessarily from all live streams, not necessarily from the ride-alongs, but 2 to 3 week break from this show. We will be coming back Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. when we do come back. And don't worry, I'll put lots of notifications up on YouTube so that way you guys know it. One of the two shows will be focused on increasing your income. Okay. And I'm gonna work on trying to get a little more technology here as soon as I possibly can and try to figure out how to do some interviews. There's also a chance that some of those might end up being like pre-recorded. There's a way I think that I can do I can pre-record an interview with someone so that way they don't have to be available at the same exact time, but then I can still intro it live and then take questions afterwards with the live or follow along with questions during the interview. So that's part of why I'm taking this break, because I need to do a little bit. Yes, fins up for sure. Even though it's been like over a decade since we've won a playoff game, fins up. So, I'm one of that's. I just need to research some of the different options that we can do, the different things that we can do. StreamYard, which is a platform that is hosting this video feed for you, has some really cool stuff and really powerful things that you can do. And I mean, I'm even using this. All these features that we use here tonight, it is free. Like this, it's crazy. And so there's actually an affiliate link for StreamYard down below. I don't even know how the affiliate for StreamYard works. Like, can I, but if you just want to try it out, like if you have a YouTube channel, and you're doing horizontal live streams, I mean, everything that I'm doing on here, and there's lots of customizable stuff in the background doing free. I want to see, I'm going to see if I can screen share. Can I screen share this tab? Okay, hold on. I got an idea. Because I don't know if this is going to really make everything go super buggy, so we'll try. But I'm going to try screen sharing my entire screen. I've not done this before. Oh, here. Wait, I don't have to do that. I can do this. Perfect. So I can do this. Oh man, that's totally trippy. I thought that might do it, but we got screen inception. But let me just show you some of the features. So this is some of the branding stuff that you can do with StreamYard. So you can like choose different colors, different themes down the bottom. So you see, like, look, oh, that's kind of cool. So it like brings up like your avatar and stuff. So that's cool. So there's all different stuff that you can customize. You can do screens. this is the one I need for my car for my live ride-alongs, the BRB, right? Thank you streams. There's a lot of cool stuff that you guys can do with this. You see the countdowns. I can also change backgrounds too. If I take this down, I can change the whole theme of the background and stuff. You can add music, which I know we've done this before. This is like what I use for like the intro. So there's a lot of fun stuff that you can do with it. So yeah, so if you're doing horizontal streaming, and this is all free, everything is here is free, because like, I mean, we're a channel on a budget, just like every other small channel out there. So if you're into this stuff, here, I'll cut the music. If you're into this, I mean, StreamYard is great. And then just imagine the features that we'll eventually be able to unlock once we hop on the paid tiers. But like there's ways to set up like interview stuff and different things, but I need to take the time to do some research. I have some old videos, old long form videos I have not gotten time to just finish editing. So we're going to be looking at doing that. So my new schedule is actually going to give me more time to spend on actual YouTube stuff throughout the week. And I also think by having just 2 shows a week, I can put a whole lot more into those and really make them be like the most powerful hour for each of those things that we can do, or maybe even do the hour plus on some nights or whatever. So that's what we're going to do. So basically, all what we're doing on the channel, we don't want to stop really doing anything that we're doing on the channel. We just want to keep growing everything that we're trying to do. I will give you guys the watch hours update, because hopefully the next time we come back together, this is going to be a lot further down than what it was. But we're aiming towards 3,000 watch hours. Okay, so that's the goal. We're trying to get to 3,000 watch hours, and we are currently, if you guys can see that, at 1891. Okay, 1,891. So that means we need 1,109 watch hours. So our goal is 100 watch hours a week over the next basically 11 weeks, right? 100 hour. We have 1,100 watch hours to go. So 100 watch hours a week over the next 11 weeks basically brings us through the end of September. So once we do that, that unlocks memberships. It unlocks some stickers, super chats, all sorts of things. And then we'll, over the next 3 months after that, we're going to try to get another 1,000 watch hours, and that unlocks the full monetization. So I want to hear from you both today, as well as just commenting in any video if there's more stuff. If you want me to lean into topics a little bit more, if you want expansion things, and especially if you are a Patreon. Okay, so if you're, I don't know if it's Patreon or Patreon. I don't know which one I'm supposed to say. But if you are a member of Patreon, paid or free, but especially if you're a paid member of Patreon, I want to hear, and I want to give your videos priority. So if there's stuff you want me to create that we haven't yet created on the channel, or maybe we made it, this is one of the best ways that you can support the channel. You know, I'm looking for 3 more people that are willing to come on at $5 a month supporting the channel. That's like one of our next channel goals. Okay, so 2 channel goals, trying to get to 5 paid patrons. We're currently at 2, and then we're trying to get to the 3,000 watch hours. We're currently at 1890, 1891, whatever that is. Okay, so those are the 2 best ways. You can try out the Patreon completely free. You can always do the Patreon for free, but you can get full access to the Patreon for free for 1 week on the $5 plan. So you can try it, check it out, see if it's your thing. If it's not, just cancel before the 7 days is up. But there's lots of behind the scenes stuff. There's just like family stuff. There's behind the scenes stuff. There's other tips, and you can connect there. Also, if any of you want to connect in any way, even if it's not on Patreon, a side of hustle channel at gmail.com. Okay, somebody was trying to help me out earlier today, and they just did a side of hustle at gmail.com. And while I appreciated the help, that's not me. Someone took that long before me. So apparently I'm not that creative. But aside of Hustle Channel Gmail, so you can send any sort of messages, questions, requests, and stuff there. And I do my best to, I check that every morning when I wake up. Not do my best. I do check it every morning when I wake up, and I check it every night before I go to bed. Try to respond as quickly as possible to those when I can. So we're trying to keep, I want to keep hearing from you, because this channel, like, it's not, this channel is not about me. This channel is about helping 10,000 people. And if all I do is help me, I'm one, and I'm missing out on 9,999 other people. So I hope every one of you will stay all the way through till we're at the 10,000 or greater. I mean, maybe someday, but like, I want to hear, I want you to just feel free to always just message me, email me. What are the pain points? What are the things that you're struggling with? And all sorts of things like that. You know, just want it to be a thing. And so I try to have all this stuff, at least in all the newer videos, all these things. I'm gonna bring it over. Hey Presley, how's it going? I'll bring this up just to show you, in case you've never clicked all the way through underneath the video. Let me screen share one more thing here. Let's go. Still learning how to do this. Share screen. Let's go here. All right, so I think this is right. Let's see if this is, does this look right? That's not the right one. Hold on. This is where I want. Let's try that. There we go. So if you just scroll, if you open up the tab underneath, you can see all this stuff. Oh, sorry, not trying to do that, but basically all these different ones. There's all sorts of affiliate links. There's all different ways that you can support the channel. Some involve spending money, some involve don't. Some involve just clicking through. So if you click through that, let's say you know you're going to order something off of Amazon, you can click through that pizza bag link there. And anything you order on Amazon, like in the next 24 hours after you click through that link, a small percentage goes to us. So there's ways that if you're already buying something on Amazon, just come to YouTube, click through that link. Even if you're not buying a pizza bag, it still ends up crediting towards our account just by clicking through that link. So there's all sorts of different things. There's the butcher boxes under there, the upside for your cash back on your gas, fetch for receipt scanning. All those are like little things. Like the fetch and the upside doesn't cost you anything more to use those, and yet you're still supporting the channel. So we're just trying to kind of slowly build this up. I'm trying to give you guys as much as I possibly can and give away as much as I possibly can for free. But if we can get income coming in on this, there's so much more that we can do, and the technology can get better, and all those live streams are going to get better. So just kind of a cool idea. Just different ways that you guys can support the channel. Of course, all of your watch hours, commenting on every video, you know, subscribing if you haven't, though I know most of you guys have already, but anything and everything that you guys can do is just super helpful to the channel. I appreciate all of you guys. I mean, it's just crazy to me to think that, you know, been doing this for just over 6 months, you know, as an attempt here, and like we're closing in on 600 subscribers, and just getting to meet and talk with you guys and hang out. It has made delivery work so much more enjoyable for me. Just knowing that anytime I want, I can just turn on a stream, hang out with people, share people, learn, listen, encourage each other. You guys are such a huge blessing to me, and so I appreciate all of that. And you know, I know we don't have the fanciest setups of anybody out there, but we're doing our best with what we have. Right? You might not always have the most resources, but can you have the most resourcefulness? And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to win the game of resourcefulness, and just say like, okay, I don't have everything. I don't have a lot of space. I don't have a lot of great setups, but I got a daughter who can make art, and there it is. Now you have a background, you know, and so all these different things. So I appreciate you guys. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, I think we're going to wrap it up, because my ice cream and soup. If you haven't shared what you're drinking tonight, you can do that. I'm down to ice cream soup at this point. Oh, there's a moose track. There's like chocolate moose tracks. So At this point, I think I might just mix all this in with milk when I'm done here and just have like chocolate melted ice cream milk. So anyway, what are you guys drinking tonight? And yeah, basically we'll be back in 2 to 3 weeks with these streams, but there'll still be more content coming out. In fact, I hope more long form videos coming out that I've been wanting to finish. I have like 4 or 5 videos in progress. It's just too much. So it probably won't be too much new coming out the next couple of days. Water. Lisa's drinking water. I bet you by the time we're coming back on this live stream, I'm going to be drinking water a whole lot more because I need to. It's been way too much fun party food over the last couple weeks here. So, yeah, but appreciate each and every one of you. I really do, like, so much. I don't know how to express it. It's like just so much fun hanging out and learning and working with you, praying for you, praying with you guys on so many different things. So if anybody else has anything else, this is kind of last call because I'm pretty tired. I'm going to be out delivering all day tomorrow. Might go live at some point tomorrow. Might go live Saturday night. Might go live Sunday evening. I don't know. We'll see. So I don't pre-plan the delivery live streams because I just got to make sure that I'm in the right place to do that, and and everything. But just you can always keep an eye open, and you guys kind of find me most of the time. All right, well, we're gonna sign off for the summer with prayer, and appreciate you guys. Appreciate your questions. It's good night. I like the question. Nice, good variety of a bunch of things. So we'll close off in prayer, and I will see you here in 2 to 3 weeks, but I'm sure I will see you around through other live streams and other videos that are coming out and long form videos, and maybe even a few shorts mixed in there too. So let's pray and sign off for the rest of summer here. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. Thank you for the opportunities that you give us to make money, to earn income, to fund the missions that you are giving to us. And just pray that you would help us in the weeks ahead as summer ends and as fall begins, kids go back to school, seasons change. Father, help us to just take advantage of the time and the opportunity that we have today. Help us to not be wasteful of our time. Help us to make the best use of our time. Father, pray that we get good sleeps. Pray for good deliveries this weekend. Father, we pray that you just give us open eyes to see different opportunities, to hit goals, and also just see people that need blessing and encouragement as well. So we just thank you so much for this stream, as well as the stream earlier tonight, this channel bringing us together in this place. Help us to all grow in our knowledge of you, grow in just all these different areas that we're studying as well. We just pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you all. That concludes the summer series of Conversations with Craig and episode 51. I will catch you all in a couple of weeks. See ya.